Hi. So I'm gonna open this up with some good vibes. It was actually my channel's birthday a while ago. November 20th, funny enough. And I wanted to post something about it, but I just didn't know what to do, and normally people don't do that, so I'm just not sure what I was gonna do with it. So happy birthday to my channel. I think it's 2 years old now. On top of that, there's a goal, finally, that I have almost reached. It's right there. So, last June or so, I made a goal for myself to get 200 videos done before the end of the year. And I did the math, and I figured out that I could do it. Easily. Like, super easily. As long as I posted every single day practically. And hey, it's almost here. It's almost just complete and done. And that's absolutely amazing. Now, if you don't want to stick around for the rest, that's fine. I just kind of needed to shout into the void, if you all get my drift. Things haven't exactly been easy mentally for me for years now. When I was in high school, I had to switch towns, which for some people, that's kind of just normal. But I grew up in the same town my entire life. And it was never easy to move. I don't make friends. I have massive social anxiety to the point where almost every job that I have worked, I will have mini panic attacks or freak out at work just because I don't know why, but I just don't like people. Never really have. It actually made school very difficult too, to the point where I think I went to 8 different schools. Just about. Because if I stuck around too long, even though I knew the faces, it just got worse. And I needed that little break. Also, if you guys haven't noticed, I have dyslexia. Like, majorly. And one of my favorite pastimes was reading. But I can't do it very often because my brain will literally start to hurt. I'll get massive migraines. I got them in school all the time. But back to the original subject, I moved and I didn't know anyone. And I found some of the best people in this town. I have made 3 of the best people that I could have ever met, who have just stuck with me through thick and thin. And those 3, I hope, know who they are. 'Cause you guys mean the world to me. I know that I don't text you or talk that often, but you guys have saved me numerous times, even if you haven't realized. There is nothing I could do to repay any of you. Let's move on to the end of 2019. Or the start of 2020. as we all know, COVID hit. And oh boy. We're that ooh, ooh, ooh. I feel like we just all kind of have a mutual understanding of what the crap any of that was. Like, we don't understand it, but we all just kind of get it, you know? But I'm asthmatic, which made me just terrified for my life. I have heart issues and just other things that I was scared I was gonna die. And it's funny because I'm not scared to die, but I'm not ready yet. Like, I have a joke that at age 25 I'm good. That's my mark. And I've had that in my head, and I don't know why, since I was just a little kid. And the fact that I couldn't even make it to my planned date, that was the first time I feel like I was actually scared to die. And to help with it, I just had to shrug it off and just be like, nah, I'm not scared of this. And then in 2021, I actually moved. I moved out, moved all the way across the country, all the way to Tennessee. And I loved it and hated it. Because for once, I just felt like I could be myself and just... I was working my butt off to the point where I don't think I realized that I didn't have time to really do anything. I worked in a factory. But after a few months, 3 people in my life died. And I, for the first time, broke. I just didn't know what to do. I was halfway across the country, and three people, that meant so much to me, just they kind of just are gone. I didn't get a goodbye. I didn't even get to go to the funeral for any of them. And this happened in the span of 2 weeks. All 3 of them just... And I mentally just wasn't there. My boss actually didn't even let me have really any time off for it. I remember going to him like halfway through. It was like a Wednesday or something. And I told him what's been going on. And I was like, hey, I need a week. And he said no. And so I just kind of walked out and never went back. Because, I mean, come on. I got a better job in the end, but I thought I had recovered from it. At least a little. And then swinging around to August or so of that year. Maybe it was September, I don't know. sometime during like the fallish, like end of summer, I came back up to the west, and I was like, all right, life's just gonna we're gonna get it together. And then about 6 months later, not even, maybe, I don't know, my stepmom died. And I call her stepmom, but she wasn't actually even related to me. She wasn't married into the family or anything. She was a really, really close, like, friend, neighbor. But she raised me, and she passed of cancer. And I broke. I don't know what to do. I haven't for almost a year now. I've just been kind of following stupid dreams. 'Cause it's all I can do at this point. I I just want to make people happy. I'd like to give people something that I never could have gotten. I want to celebrate weird things just because I can. Like the celebration of my channel. I just feel like every time I feel like I do something, somehow I get kicked to the ground. I actually got kicked out of high school. And I went through GED course. And because I tested so well, they just gave me a high school diploma. And I feel like no one really cared. I remember coming home ecstatic because, I mean, I got kicked out of high school. It's like your one goal in life is to graduate. And I felt like such a failure. And then when I came home, my family kind of just went like, congrats. And then went on. And I just felt like I didn't really achieve anything. Even though in my head, I'm like, I worked hard for that. I studied my ass off. I never understood the phrase. It's not even really a phrase, just the laughing with like crying inside. Until recently. I have to go out into the world and just act like I'm fine. I have to act like I don't have social anxiety. I have to act like I'm not dying on the inside. I have to act like I haven't tried killing myself. Or that I have scars all over myself. If you take anything from this video, even if you made it this far, if you have a dream, just go for it. 'Cause it's not gonna come for you. You gotta just full force that thing. And yeah, I know I'm speaking into a void, just emptiness. I mean, I'm staring at a monitor. I've been staring at a monitor since I was a kid and talking to it like there have been people there. And there never has been. Until recently. But it's been the only thing that's honestly helped. I need this to work. I need something just to click into place and make all of that, just make the puzzle complete and make sense in my head. But I know that that piece has been like vacuumed up or like thrown in the trash. And so I've just been making all of these puzzle pieces. And I'm like, yeah, it goes here, it goes here. And they don't fit quite right. But you know what? At the end, that's my puzzle. And it may not look right to anyone else, but I made it. And I'm just looking for that centerpiece. I'm looking at what that centerpiece is and how to make it. And I hope this is it. I hope I finally have found my centerpiece. Thanks for all listening just to my rant. It really means a lot. Thank you.